Let's go, son! 180!
Let's go, slam! Flare!
Shell! Pilot, 64, reach!
Now a first down throw, gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
53! Mike, 53! Hey,
Ric Flair! 76, Helen, 76. Hey, Shell, Bravo! Hey, lift!
Now Goff on first down. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Tiger!
Mike, 53.
Hey! I-7!
Now gone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Here's Goff. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Check, 53, Mike. Check, 54.
Four down.
Watch the screen. Check 43.
Check 13. X3, 218, chopper.
On first and 10, Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Check.
Goff now to throw. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays.
Tiger.
Out of the gun, Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now Goff. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. And that could be a major momentum swing here early.
Because the defense stopped them. How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
Let's go!
It's our game of 11. That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Mike, 54. Let's go.
From midfield, here's Breeze. He'll air it out deep looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Thomas, the intended target.
Well,
Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, D. Check 12. Check 53.
Go.
From the gun, here's Gone. And Cooks has it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
General West. We go. 76. 76.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Gone. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan wreaking havoc with a sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Super one.
3rd and long. It's Gone. He's letting it fly for Cook. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The perennial Pro Bowler, Aaron Donald, gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now it's a quarterback 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of board soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're going to run it with Murray. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted,
It got his man complete. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 87 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. And they come up here now, first down. A run there on first down, and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso. 6-0 our score after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 now. Goff, he'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Ric Flair.
First down, Los Angeles.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
6'6", pull it high. It's high.
Goff on first down. He gets it to Cooks. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, partner, I want to revisit Week 1. I got your positive takeaways from the first week of the NFL season. How about the bad stuff?
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit on the Super Bowl celebration in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They have to win some games first, and maybe now that's the best thing that could have happened to them. Maybe they can settle in because that's a good roster. Miami, we suspected it was going to be rough. I don't know that we suspected that bad on opening day. Jacksonville, the defense is supposed to carry this team. They got torched by Kansas City. And Pittsburgh just didn't show up against New England. And I don't think we expected that at all because I thought Pittsburgh's defense was really good in the preseason.
Throwing now is Breeze. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. After the interception, here's Goff. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away. Well, at some point during this broadcast, we had to bring up the Antonio Brown saga, and that moment is right now. I got to get your thoughts. I got to get you on the record. What do you think of all this?
Well, when you go back to Oakland, and you know about my relationships with the head coach and the general manager there, but putting that aside, one, never would have made the deal for him. I just never saw him as a guy that was going to go from place to place and be the influence that you want in a locker room, and that proved to be true in Oakland. Now he gets a new start, kind of a fresh start, to put it mildly, in New England, and they seem to be all on board with that. But that has to be the one team that can take him because they have a head coach there that if he doesn't do what the head coach wants, he actually will get rid of him. If he went to another team, they would try and continue to make it work, and that might grind down a team in a locker room. but that won't happen in New England. So if he's still there, that means it's working well. Otherwise, he'll be out of there fast.
Go.
They are going for it. Gone. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Michael Brockers. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Another try after the first down sack. Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Breeze now on 3rd and goal. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Breeze. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
I got you, boy.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
53, come on. 53, check 53.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Gone. This one to the left to Higbee. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 2nd down. Well, normally you and I would have gone through our season predictions before Week 1, but Hurricane Dorian prevented us from doing that last week. So let's go ahead and hear them, your division winners and then the Super Bowl.
Okay, we'll start in the AFC. New England in the East.
Bold.
Tennessee in the South. Pittsburgh in the North. And Kansas City out West.
Okay, so I'm with you on 3 of the 4, but I'm going to go with a way too strong Week 1 reaction and give Baltimore the edge in the North.
Oh, I like that.
Okay.
All right, let's go NFC.
All right.
I'm going Philadelphia in the East, New Orleans in the South, Minnesota in the North, and the Los Angeles Rams out West.
Okay, so I got 2 different. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Marcus Davenport able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. Now this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Breeze now on 1st down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Now Breeze. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, L.A. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Hey, Zoo. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Side by Ginn. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Breeze now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Breeze going to throw. Smith catches left side. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
53.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Jared Cook as the first half is winding down. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Breeze to throw again. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
We go. 76. 76.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 46. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All day, baby, let's go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. Breeze now to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
58 to Mike.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover it for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And now here is another interception. Picked off by John Johnson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. But with that incompletion, I want to get some early season predictions from you because I love to do that. And I like to hold you to what you say later in the year. How about MVP and Defensive Player of the Year predictions from you, Mr. Davis?
Well, it could be the same person if I chose Aaron Donald, couldn't it? Because the last couple of years, he's been the Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL and made a strong case to be the MVP overall, even though he hasn't won those. But here's what I'm going to do. Patrick Mahomes won it last year through 50 touchdown passes. He could easily throw 40 touchdown passes, and people will call it an off year, but it'll still be enough for him to be the MVP. I think this kid is just special. I think he wins it for the 2nd straight year. And then on the defensive side, I'm going with a major surprise. The Tennessee Titans could be a top 5 defense. Kevin Byard, safety, signed a new contract. He will play and justify that with 10 interceptions.
I like it, and I won't forget it. We will revisit this. Now a 1st down throw. Gone. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks. 49 yards. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think
blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Breeze now. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And down he'll go at the 25. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Breeze. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Breeze. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Bryce Hager leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing now is Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Goff now to throw, and they'll set up the screen to Gurley. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
61, matchbox light.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hold on.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Whirling.
On first down, it's gone. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
Recon, 132 fighter. Value 1.
A shotgun snap for Goff. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go.
On first down, Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Breeze now on first down. And this is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's going to float this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
19-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Second down, 6 at the 22.
From the 22, Goff. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Goff on first down. Right side complete. That's Woods. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Goff now looks to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Listen. Maverick. Bristol, travel.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
180. Mike. Hey, tight.
On first down, Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Check. Crunch. 80 weapon. Check.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come in.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 65 yards. Now Breeze. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 3-yard touchdown pass as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
180, 2 for 1, 2 for 1. What to be done? Whip. Watch the whip. Pilot, 64, weak.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. The interception. interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Here's Breeze. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Breeze now to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. Shotgun now for Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
5-9.
That's good for the Saints. First down.
From midfield, here's Breeze. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch the eye.
12. You kill.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 11 more on that one and another first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Hey, pick your game up.
They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Now Breeze will bring the Saints offense up to go for 2 here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Breeze will bring his guys to the line to go for 2.
I got you.
Now Breeze. That's caught at the 3. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, kill.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Push him back.
Here we go.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. The Rams on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9.
Whoa.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And his guys are going to take over.
I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it, blinding my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. about it.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, daylight lights, camera action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check. Lucky.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here we go. Here we go. Kill.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Slam. Wait. No.
49.
On second down, Elliott. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Going to 53.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards that time for number 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the first down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Not today. Alert 3.
Now Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott, and he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 62 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Kill.
This is Cobb with a catch right side. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on in the first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper, and it's 3rd and short.
Watch the pass.
We're going to 54. Why?
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now that's Elliott, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again, Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this results in 6. Touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Letting one fly. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. Cooper was the target there. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Watson, off play action.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. First down, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Go on to 53. Here we go, go on to 54, go on to 54. Line.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
On second down now. It's Johnson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Fuller. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Set. 19.
Line 54. Line 54. It's just me and you.
They give to Johnson going right. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Throwing on third down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate yardage and losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down carry by Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in a mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Throwing, Prescott. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. 3rd and long for Prescott. He wants it all for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Cooper was the intended target. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Here's Watson, option left. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Flush to his right. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The sack there by J.J. Watt. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call, but they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher.
Let's go, D.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Here's Watson. Finding fouls complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Prescott from the gun. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he is going to be taken down inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check 25. Down and go.
The final shot before the break. Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 79 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. From the red zone now, Watson. They'll roll him out right. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Watson steps away to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. Intended that time for Cooper. I like the occasional incompletion because I can go back and ask you more things. So we talked about MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. How about Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year that you see, Charles?
Well, it usually goes to a quarterback or a runner, right? And in this case, I'm going to go with the quarterback because he got the ball from game 1. That's Kyler Murray. He's going to put up big numbers in that offense, and I thought he looked pretty good in the first game against Detroit. On the defensive side, Devin Bush, the linebacker from Pittsburgh, got acclimated so early, and that defense is going to be good as the season goes along. I like him. I'm going to give you a dark horse.
Okay.
His name is Chase Winovich, the rookie out of Michigan playing in New England system. I think he'll make a lot of plays.
Well, a couple of Michigan guys that you're giving the hat tip to there. 16 yards, a 1st down. They run again with Hyde on 1st. They find some open field here. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. First down, a run with Hyde. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And certainly some credit there for that touchdown goes to the offensive line.
They never get the credit they deserve in the stat sheet, but they are the reason that they got the points. Excellent job up front, clearing the way for the score.
That's it, buddy. We don't work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
After the interception, here's Watson. Rolling to his right. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 36 yards on the play. To throw is Watson. The quick slant caught, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with it.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt, his second sack of the night.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
After the sack on first down, Prescott. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzling me a little bit.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And while we're seeing more and more of the...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jeff Heath. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 75 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Prescott. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, a broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go.
And now here's another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Cooper was the target there. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The throw over the middle taken in, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. First down, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First down, Texans.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Being chased out left. He's got the first down inside the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Back to throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30. The 20. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire...
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from AT&T Stadium.
just wanna be her. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb, like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah, and it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like yeah, whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah, all day like yeah, all night like. All day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for A touchback.
Ready. 5-9. Check. 55.
Hey, let's get that ball.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line. It's all no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Sammy. Check 31.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Carr.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Here's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
On 1st down, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now it's Watson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Hey, 1 set. Check.
They are going for it. Here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 more there and another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. Alert.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check.
Breeze going to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
5-8. Set 41. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
From midfield, here's Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
53.
Throwing again on second down. Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And that takes us from second to third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well.
And the Saints first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Breeze on the bootleg. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Breeze looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 13. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Duke Johnson, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, Johnson. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. On second down, Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch.
Called upon, usually gets it done. They go play action here on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. Nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Here's Johnson throwing on 4th down. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Saints will have the football back. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, I'm sure you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in. But I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Now Breeze looking deep downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Johnson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up 1st downs.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Johnson the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller. 52 yards as his guys are on the board first here tonight. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the 2nd quarter.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
5-9. Move. We got three, fellas. We got 5-9.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Flushed out right. He may try and run. Now Breeze lost the football, and the Texans scoop it.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 28 yards, and the Texans push further out in front. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Saints take over first and 10. Let's go. At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Breeze now to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
General West.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Ready.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. And he comes back with one complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on fourth down. So here we go on fourth down with Breeze. And Ginn's got it. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
The Texans' 35-yard line.
Now Breeze. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
21.
Breeze now on 1st down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
The final shot before half for Breeze. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Fielded about a yard deep.
Just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Watson, it's complete on the bubble screen. That's Johnson. Room to run inside the 40. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from...
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer.